Hi, I'm Chart Gal Lori, and I'm part of the Chart Guys community. I have been a trader and technical analyst for the last 8.5 years, and we're going to go over the markets today, starting with indices, commodities, crypto, and movers and shakers of the day. And boy, did we have some movers and groovers with semis, starting with ES. So with ES, we had a 12-hour bearish diamond reversal pattern. It did not confirm to the downside. We did not lose 52.7350. However, we did set a 12-hour lower high. And on the hourly chart, we got oversold. Bulls bought that dip, and we're possibly breaking the high of the prior candle right here into close with 2 minutes left. So the bulls really bought the dip pretty nicely. If we just focus on the weekly, it's still a potential weekly bull flag. There's nothing wrong with that chart. As a matter of fact, I mean, you could say it has the psychology of a cup and handle, even though this right side is a little bit higher than the left side. NASDAQ, we have an inside bar. We're inside last week's range. We broke the daily inside bar bullish. Semis were, of course, leading today. Well, what a lower wick on that candle. Did you see that? That is official hammer time. It is just beautiful. And while we're talking about hammer time, let's talk about something else fun. Spring sale. I don't know if that was the right segue, but we have a spring sale right now. We only have a sale twice a year, spring and Black Friday. So please take advantage of this offer. We'll have the link down in the comments below in the video description. All right, and that will end in 3 days. All right, going back to talking about semis, look the bright green that NVIDIA had, AMD. We just had some names really showing out today. And then, of course, XLE stuck out. Oil has been ripping off faces overnight. So we had oil and semis green. If you'll remember back last Thursday, I showed you the heat map. And the only thing, I mean, there was some that were slightly green, but really the only thing green last Thursday was NVIDIA. And NVIDIA was not enough to carry the market. But when NVIDIA has first cousins with it, carry in the market, that is enough. And they proved it today with some nice, again, buying of the dip. And look at NASDAQ just rip into close. Beautiful performance. Absolutely beautiful. All right. Looking at NASDAQ, 1902.325 is our all-time high. If we break that, that's a daily bull flag confirmed. RTY is closing red today. And that's quite unfortunate. Russell was showing some strength this morning in pre-market, but now we have an hourly downtrend. 4-hour bounce, we would be looking for a lower high. And the Dow is supremely weak. The 4-hour 12 EMA is just totally manhandling YM. On the daily, we're losing the 50 MA. On the 4-hour, we're losing the 200 MA. We're looking for an hourly lower high. And on the next pullback, we have enough room for a higher low. VIX is getting a little green here. I would expect some hedging into GDP and PCE this week. Let's look at that. So let's change this to 3-star only and apply. So the 3-star events that are happening in the United States this week are, we have GDP on Thursday, jobless claims on Thursday, and PCE on Friday. So just be aware we could have some hedging going on into those two events. Those are big, big inflation numbers. All right, getting back to VIX. VIX was able to get over this 1337, but I would call that a double top. 1337 and 1344, I would definitely call that a double top. A 7-cent break does not a bull break make. We have plenty of room for hourly high or low. And we're still looking for a daily lower high on any bounce compared to 1403, barring any crazy geopolitical headlines. Bitcoin had a very nice recovery, hourly higher high. We got these little lower lows without follow through, kind of give you that falling wedge type behavior. We got the long lower wick of bulls buying the dip, and boy, did they buy it. Ethereum, we're looking for an hourly lower high. And 4-hour, nice wick off the 50 MA. Coin. Okay, Coin didn't get the memo that Bitcoin was red today. Actually, let me zoom out a little more. We got a bull break over 239, and look at this squeeze. You see these red dots? We broke bull, and I know Aunt Kathy is super happy today. We broke bull out of this daily squeeze up and over the daily 50 MA, and when we broke over 239 decisively, that's when the pedal hit the metal. Oh Lord, I'm showing my age. We got over it this morning and then we pulled back. And when the bulls started buying the dip, man, they really bought it feverishly. This was a great close for coin, considering all of its first cousins were red. Mara, MSTR, and Riot were all decidedly red. So coin is definitely uh, having some bull divergence from its normal correlations. Dollar closed green, which I mean, that's actually somewhat impressive considering how bearish it was this morning. Gold held up fairly well considering dollar strength. Yeah, gold held up pretty well. Let me get back to the dollar. I rushed that, but I really wanted to see what gold was doing. So on gold, we're looking for a 4-hour lower high. And on the dollar, we're looking for a daily higher low. So this is the most important time frame for me for the dollar. We're looking for a higher low at the daily 200 MA on the dollar. Then we go to gold. Gold, we're looking for a daily lower high. So let me see if I can draw this out. Turn off the magnet, which usually gets me in trouble because then I forget that I turned it off. So here, we're looking for a daily lower high right there. And then on the dollar, we are looking for a daily higher low. So they are inverse. They're not always directly inverse, but this has me more bearish on gold this week and bullish on the dollar because they're both setting up so well with the most likely scenario on the daily time frame. Looking at GDX, daily lower high anticipated. Decent performance. We didn't fill the gap from Friday at 35.50. We hit 35.71. So just keep that in mind. Not all gaps have to be filled, but a lot of times they are. Oil, crazy, crazy bull. Now, the question is, are we getting a megaphone? And I'll draw this real quick because it's going to be ugly. We're getting higher highs. One of the higher highs hasn't gotten follow through is this one, and we've gotten lower lows without follow through. So we'll see if this is some type of megaphone. Either way, nice performance by oil. This still could be a weekly bear flag, so oil bulls need to continue to press to negate the potential for a bear flag on that weekly. Lord have mercy. I just feel like I need to be quiet and have a moment of reverence for this chart. NVIDIA, what an impressive move today. And NVIDIA and Apple are totally different. NVIDIA and Apple were both bullish this morning and pre-market, and you're like, wow, they really look great compared to their counterparts. And Apple did the exact opposite and just started nosediving after the market opened while NVDA held its gains. So while we're on semis, let's stay with semis before I switch to Apple. But this one, y'all know what I'm going to say. Back burner watch. Keep this one on back burner watch tomorrow. All right, SMCI did not get the memo that semis were running. We had a triple hourly inside bar break bearish. It was definitely bearish correlation, inverse to NVIDIA. It was weak, a laggard. AMD wanted to join the party and it's like, whoa, 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 what about me? And then just shot up. So AMD had a great performance today. And ARM, that closed with a 5-minute inverse head and shoulders. It was just beautiful. I wanted to say something, some type of quip about arm wrestling the bears, but let's just leave that one to the professionals that do that for a living. SMH, new all-time high today. Semis are leading us, and I wouldn't fight them until they show signs of weakness. Apple, we had this big gap up on China sales news. I think it was something like 52% increase, something like that. And they proceeded to give it all back. And we turned, oh, actually, we closed green. We closed flat. We did turn red for a while. Excuse me. Amazon. So on Amazon, they had a nice close. The 15-minute EQ broke bull. I've been watching this daily falling wedge. Actually, I drew this on the 4-hour. I like the look on the 4-hour. And I drew this last week, and I haven't adjusted my lines. Actually, I don't think I drew that on the 4-hour. Where did I draw that? I'll have to go back and see what time frame I drew that, because that's not making sense now. And I know I did a better job than that. But let's just go over psychology of a falling wedge. Lower lows without a lot of follow through, and by golly, we've been getting them on Amazon. Lower low, lower low, lower low. Now, by getting through the high of day, we didn't get through 182.44. Yeah, we were 20 cents short of breaking over Friday's high, but we really need to get over this daily 50 MA tomorrow because odds still favor a weekly higher low, and I am bullish on Amazon right here looking for the weekly higher low. Netflix turned the jet engines on at the end of the day here. Got a new high of day, but could not get through that 652 from Friday, which is our 52-week high. Netflix potential daily bull flag. Tesla closed red. Definitely one of our underperformers of the day. Total disappointment. Just like my first marriage. Well, and second one for that matter. Just kidding. No, I'm not kidding. It's the truth. CGC, bear flag there, closing with on the hourly chart. They have earnings this week, and obviously we've got some bulls that are scared and are dumping it ahead of earnings. MSOS is an interesting spot. We're at the daily 200 MA, which is typically a decent area to go bottom fishing. However, can we get a monthly higher low compared to 730? Bulls need to get to it sooner than later if they're going to. This does not look great. This is not a good look on MSOS. Tilray had this high compression squeeze this morning, and it was looking somewhat promising, and then it just dumped. So we closed with a really tight range on Tilray. Bulls have to show the whites of their eyes, period. They have to show the whites of their eyes. Otherwise, we have to assume they're not there. XLF closed red, pretty bearish today. Healthcare closed red, pretty bearish today, but that's okay. We don't need them. As long as semis are carrying the market and more than just NVIDIA, we're okay. We don't need them. But if they want to wake up tomorrow and make a run for it and give semis a break, then that would probably be good. All right, GameStop. GameStop had a big move in the middle of the day, gave a lot of it back, closing kind of flat, up 25% today on news that they've completed their offering. AMC was flat. I heard that there was some type of Deadpool or something movie this past weekend that didn't do well. That could have impacted AMC, but AMC is still a laggard to GameStop. And if GameStop is pulling back, AMC could be pulling back stronger. So that's a trade setup you could look for. Shop. I just want to show you this. I'm not a big trend line person. However, when they're super obvious, I just want to draw it there. And this monthly candle, of course, is not closed. We're getting close to closing it on for May this Friday, but Shop looks good. And that's probably the craziest thing you've heard today, that Shop looks good. But I was impressed with the performance today. I would say we closed with a double top. I wouldn't give them credit for a bull break over the high of day. Yeah, we got over the hourly 50 EMA. So a pullback to the hourly EMAs tomorrow could be a long. And then I was watching Ulta. Ulta has earnings this week, and it is oversold on the daily as we look for a monthly high or low at the monthly 50 MA. This may be getting ready for a long. Just wanted to throw that out there. And Lulu, we're looking for a quarterly high or low. Weekly oversold with earnings this week. It's getting interesting. Ulta and Lulu are getting very interesting. And then space, it blew up in space today, gave a lot of it back. Let me see. Yeah, we did have a back burner on this one today, but I would definitely keep this one on watch. So let me look at my notes real quick and make sure I covered everything. Yes. Oh, and Kashkari today made some hawkish comments earlier in the day, and that kind of rattled the market a little bit, just something to make note of. He's coming off more and more hawkish each time he speaks, and it was about rate hikes and not ruling them out for the year. So that's just something to note. Okay, I think that's it. And y'all have a great evening. And like I said, check out our spring sale. We only offer a sale twice a year in the spring and on Black Friday, and it ends in 3 days. And basically, you get 3 months free out of our annual membership. So check it out. All right, y'all have a wonderful day. Oh, and give me a follow on X, Chart Gallery. All right, have a good day. Use stop losses.